Don't make me tell you again.
Thanks for stopping by, guys, and welcome back to Scrap Mechanic. Now, today we're going to be looking at the AI once again. I think this is going to be the last iteration I do before I start putting this AI to its full potential. Right now I've mostly been doing experiments, trying to make sure everything is working, but I think everything is ready, and now I can start actually using it like it should be. Now, before we actually look at the modern one, I'd like to take a moment to go through the body of corpses which now litters my flat world, kind of look at some of the iterations we've been through. This is the first one. This is the one I showed first. Over here is the Mark IVs, which is what I did in the last episode of this. And then all of the other ones with random numbers and bits chopped off of them are ones that I worked on in a live stream called Perfecting the AI. There's a lot of them, and I think we're on 19, I think, now. There's 8 here. There's a 12 over here. And these are just things where I updated the logic, had to change a few things, make a few things right, update some sensors and all kinds of other things. But here is what will essentially be the final version of this AI right here. There is one issue. It might pop up while I'm recording. It's something I've already dealt with, but I didn't have the time to rebuild the track to show that. All the tracks that I have saved in my lift have been updated to deal with this issue. The problem is these sensors here that tell it to clear its command and reinstate its turning command cause one of the logic bits, one of the save bits, I guess you can say, memory bits, there we go. One of the memory bits causes a glitch, and that's why there's a little button up here as a temporary fix for this version of it. It does work with its modern roads that I redid. I rebuilt the roads to fix this issue, but because I didn't have a chance to fix it on this exact road, there's a manual override. I'm gonna let him go on his way. If he gets stuck, I'll do that. But what this is showing off is something that I talked about in the last one, and I think even the first one, is that I want this AI to be able to find locations. I don't want it to just travel in loops. I want it to be able to go from point A to point B to point C and then back to wherever you tell it to take commands freely. So right now it's told to loop around the blue pylon. The blue pylon is the outer course, so you'd go around this loop. But say I want it to go to pink. The pink loop is is it the pink loop also its outer? Yeah, the pink loop is also the outer. And I think the orange and green are the inner loops. Yeah, orange and green are the inner ones, while blue and pink are the outer loops. So if it seems like he's going far of his way to get to his location, that's why, because he has to go and turn around to get in the right direction. It's not as much to get to the location, it's to get to the right direction on the loop that he has to take. So if that's why he goes in a far off loop, that's why. But if we go right now, he's looping blue, we want him to loop green. He'll now stop looping blue and he'll start to go around and get to green. Now he isn't the fastest, no. But compared to a Mark IV, which I'll actually, wait, I think I have one lying around here somewhere. Probably one of these ones that's crashed off the course. I think it's this one over here. You Mark IV? No, you're not a Mark IV. You Mark IV? No, you're not a Mark IV. Oh, crap. I'll just spawn a Mark IV. And here's that issue I was talking about before. You can see him jittering about. He still moves, but it's because one of his logic circuits, his memory bits, is flipping too rapidly. Just do that, reset him. And this guy does not know how to follow these lines. Because if you've noticed, I also went from using the yellow and red ketchup and mustard drawn lines to gray lines. Look a bit nicer, don't screw with your eyes as much, and function the same. I did have to change his actual body color because originally he was gray up here and the sensors had some issues with it. So I did have to change it. So what? Send him on his way. This is the speed of the Mark IV. This is the speed of the last version I showed. It's really slow. When you come to this one, quite a bit faster. Not a racing AI by no means, but quite a bit faster, and it will actually catch up to him here in a second. But now it's on its green loop, and we want it to go over that purple loop over there. There we go. Now it's on purple. It probably didn't catch that command just yet. But it doesn't matter because green and purple are on the same command set. So they'll find their way. He'll just loop the outside because he is set up for the red and yellow command lines, while these are only gray and dark gray. So he can't navigate on this course. I'd have to change his sensors to do that. Now he's going on the purple loop, so he can find his direction on a course that is pre-made, like this has its markings. It can be a bit tedious to do these, but the intent is not actually to make something this compact. It's meant to have kind of like a central hub, and then those spoke off going to different locations around a world. Say you have a kind of like almost like a miniature train station, I guess. I could try speeding him up in the future, but that's not a priority. Right now, our priority is reliability. I want him to stay on the course no matter what. That's why a few things happen, like you see him stop, because there is some delay between when he gets the command and when his sensors switch, because his sensors actually... I can't show it on him. But these sensors here under him actually manually switch when they get a command. This guy's also not meant for these cross sections, I guess. Well, he didn't have any issue with those over there anyway. Getting off topic. When he hits these lines, he has to manually switch his sensors underneath his body. So the delay between the switching is why he stops, because as he becomes faster, the time it takes him to switch, he's likely to overrun this and just go straight through it. It's not a matter of speed, it's a matter of reliability. That's why I did it. Same thing with this white, because he has to switch his sensors. So he stops, switches them, and then goes to ensure that he doesn't miss any commands or line follows that he has to have. Now he's on purple. We want him to go to orange. He hasn't followed orange yet, I don't think. Send him over to orange. And here's another one of those things. It's a case of, why did he go that way? Why didn't he just go straight to get to orange? And it's a matter of orange isn't this outer edge, which you would think it is. It's actually this inner one, so he has to go turn around and then come through. He's gonna go this way, turn around, and then come up this way to get onto the orange track. He wasn't on the right lane, I guess you can say. Or, actually, no, I'm wrong. Let me think. Oh, I see. Wait. How the fuck did you go that way? Did I make a goof? I'm trying to backtrack my programming for this because that doesn't seem right. Because right now he's looping blue. Okay, that program mark is wrong. Clearly wrong. It should be going that way. And then he'll loop around. Yeah. Okay, that was just a matter of I had programmed this intersection wrong. That was my bad. It was not a fault of the AI, it was a fault of me in that case. And now he's on orange. I could sit there and do this all day, but I'm thinking about just ending it here, but I'm also thinking about talking about some of the AI that's in this and some of the logic. I also want to rip the shell off this at some point, because since I did, after like the Mark 1, I think I started putting shells on them. But you can't really see the logic in it. It makes it look nice, but it also doesn't give you an idea of what's all inside this. Kind of hard to see. And here's that memory bit that gets stuck. It's the one that reads whenever it has to change its sensors, this memory bit will stop it for X amount of time. But because it has to stop to change the sensor for white, and it has to stop and change the sensor for whatever direction it needs to go, those cause this memory bit to freak out because they're too close in proximity and issues arise. Anyway, I'm not going to go through the logic itself right now, but I just wanted to appreciate some of the connections that are inside this thing. But I'm going to end out the episode here. If you did enjoy this episode and do enjoy these AI and like to see me do some more with it, the next few episodes I do with this guy won't be these little tests. I'll actually be trying to apply him to his full extent and try and add some accessories to him like carts and possibly cargo. In theory, I could have him do cargo runs and stuff like that. But I'm going to end out this episode. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like. If you have any suggestions for future episodes, please leave them in the comments down below. Enjoy the channel, enjoy what I'm doing. Please subscribe, helps a lot. And right now, shares help the channel the most. So if you do enjoy this episode, please share it with a friend. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for sticking around. And until next time, peace.